everybody, it's Tokkuri Yashi. How is everybody doing? Today we are back again for Abyssal. And as we can see, this month it is the light element that the bosses are weak to. Now it doesn't appear that there has been any changes to this mode yet, compared to all of the other Abyss battles that we have had so far. Let's have a quick look at the rewards again. They are looking the same as always here. Astral Spheres, Astral Shards, even some shards for these masterpieces as well. Was they going to try and upgrade this? Did it say there was upgrading the rewards for this? 25 billion again is the amount of damage that we need to do to get the rewards here for the Princess Knight. And then there are a few DAs and these other currency medals here, up to 70 billion. So there we go. We will jump into the Outpost quest first. I will be back when we get to very hard Outpost quests, and we will see how we can do with the Outpost quests themselves. So we are back then with the very hard mode. We've got the very hard mode on the Outpost quests. Let's see how we do it. I think there is several teams you could use. This is the team I used because I didn't want to borrow Dream Park Maho. We use this team to get through the hard and the very hard. The normal and the hard, sorry. So we're going to borrow Dream Park Maho for this one. I'm pretty sure we could run a few physical teams as well. We've got this Pilot Aoi, we've got Kroche, we've got Hatsune Shiori. Pretty good for multiple targets on these light physical teams. I'm sure those would do pretty well. We'll see how this team does. It's AoE-ish magic. We wanted to try and use Anemone, so let's send this in and let's see how it does. Thank you for this Dream Park Maho. I mean, maybe we're going to be missing Dream Park Maho. We've got Joker at the back. I spotted Joker. Is the multiple target damages through and Dream Park Maho going to be enough here? I suppose Nelica does a little bit multiple target damage as well. We seem to be blasting our way through. New Year's Yui there, who has been replaced by this Summer Anemone, seeming as the speed bumper for light magic. Going down there, not a problem at all there, pretty easy. So hopefully you can take out these Outpost quests quite easy there. Dream Park Maho doing the damage. She was the MVP there. Well, for damage anyway. So there we go. Now we can get our Outpost quests. Tickets here, the boss tickets. And take on the bosses. So we'll be back then when we get to very hard level on all three of the bosses. And we will have a look at some of the teams. Best teams to take on these bosses with. So we have got our hunting tickets and we are ready to take on the bosses. And the first boss that we have this month is the Jackal Thief, the stabby Jackal Thief. So again, we will have a look at some of the best teams we are going to be able to use to take on these bosses. We have got these teams here from Worry Chefs, and we have got some teams here from Ereru, who is a JP Precon content creator. So as we can see here, for the Jackal, it looks like we are going with physical teams. This might be difficult for a few people to build, seeing as we have got a Roa in here, finally being used. We've got the GOG Henna Samugi, we've got Pilot Aoi, we have got the Summer Sheffy too, 4 very recent characters that a lot of us might have skipped, so that we've got jewels for what is coming up now at the half anniversary. 405 million damage though is the highest claimed there for that top team. We only need to do 300 million to £1 this very hard mode, 334 million to £3 the extreme mode. So a few of these teams can do pretty well there. One team right at the bottom there with the Xmas June, if you have to do that, although it does fall a little short on damage. Do we have anything different over here on Worry Chefs? There are a few other teams here. I think we're going to go with this one with the Overload Labarista on it. We're going to have to borrow a Summer Sheffy. So let's jump back in the game, see if we have the to find which way it's going. We have the team. We tested June. It didn't work too well, so we need to put in Overload Labarista, who mine was not built very highly at all. If we can find her, she's only 3-star. She does have some equipment, and then we need to borrow a Summer Sheffy. Hopefully she is here. Yes, there she is indeed. That is the team that we need to run. The team here with over a packet 331 million. That is what is claimed for this team. And we need to unset Sheffy, I believe, for that one. Let's just make sure that is right. Yes, unsetting Sheffy. Otherwise, we may end up with a bit of a disaster. So, let's send in this team. We've upgraded the equipment there for our Overload Laboratory. She's still only at 3-star, but I think this still might be able to work. Thank you for allowing us to borrow your Summer Sheffy there. And let's unset her. Let's see how this does. This being, well, light physical has become a very difficult build at the moment. Hopefully, you have all been able to at least have some of the characters to run these teams. Pana Aoi in particular, I think, was probably the highest priority out of the newer ones. Maybe you could argue that it was the Summer Sheffy, because she's pretty good. The Pana Aoi is pretty good on single target and multiple target teams. As you will see later, she's used for multiple target bosses as well. This team should be able to one-pan this mode. Hopefully we will get there. Let's see how it does. 20 seconds left to go. It's looking pretty good as long as we're going to have a bit of a mishap. Getting close to the timer there. 7 seconds to go, and the thief Jackal is apprehended. You are going into the slammer. You criminal scum. Was that uncalled for? I don't know. Anyway, there are our rewards for beating the very hard mode there. Let's have a quick look at the damage. Little Lyrical Trio doing most damage there. So hopefully you can build a team then for this Jackal Thief, unlocking the extreme there. So let's jump over then and have a look at the second boss that we have this month. Okay, so let's take a look then at our second boss of this month, which is Obsidian Wyvern. So again, let's go look over at some of the teams. And the Everlaroo teams, we have got, well, a combination of physical and magical teams. There are options for physical and magical teams here. The two top ones, we've got a top physical team and we've got a top magical team. And the thing to note with the top physical team here is we have got the new Summer Anemone being used in that on a physical team. Here being a magical character, buffing magical attack and crit damage, etc, etc. Still being used pretty effectively here on a physical team. 443 million damage for that team, 533 million damage for the magical team above it. If you can run those, pretty good, easily capable of doing the job, one-panning this very hard mode, and well, the top team could two-pan the extreme mode. A few other teams down below, if you've got the Summer Sheffy, we've even got the New Year's Kokoro in there, one of those teams. Have we got anything different here for Worry Chefs? Same three teams here. So let's jump in then. We did do a little bit of testing first with this physical team. This physical team was very capable, but because we can borrow Dream Park Maho, we're going to go in running the magical team at the top. I think that's pretty well. We could put in Karoo, we could put in Nenica. Where is she? And we can borrow Dream Park Maho. Hopefully she is here. Yes, we have got one just here. Now this team was full set. Let's just check that it was full set. Yes, full set. So let's send it and see how it does. Again, thank you for the Dream Park Maho. Dream Park Maho and the New Year's Siren will be probably missed. Now we've got this Summer Anemone on the team. Very, very good option here for the light magical team. Even a really good option for light physical as well. Is Labarista going to have a bit of a rest? It's pretty obvious that the New Year's Yui and the 6-star Yui, both wear 200 times speed buffers, are pretty redundant, I guess. there are some teams for him as well. Well, is it these fights? Well, when we finish this, we'll go back and have a look and just check. There was a team, this team run, but swapping Anemone for the New Year's Yui, and you can see the difference in damage. If it's not this team, this fight, it's the next fight, and we'll mention it in the next fight when we get there. But as we can see here, absolutely obliterating this Obsidian Wyvern with this team. Huge amounts of damage you can do with this. Hopefully you can build a team for Obsidian Wyvern, one of these top teams as well, to get some pretty good rewards. So let's have a look at the damage. Dream Pack Maho doing most damage, this being the multiple target opponent, but as we will see with the next boss, they can work pretty well on single target as well. So there we go, extreme unlocked. Let's just check. Was this? Yes, we can see there is some teams here with the New Year's Yui, but it's not the exact same one. I'm guessing then that must be boss number 3. So let's jump over to boss number 3 then and see how we can do against him. So it is time then to have a look at our final boss this month in Abyss Battle, and it is the Sea Drake. So let's jump over again first and have a look at some of the teams for the Sea Drake. And as we can see here, magic, like magic again, 423 million for this top team here. And again, we are using the new Summer Anemone. This is why I did my summons first, before we ran and recorded this video for the Abyss Battle. She's used quite a bit in it. Not, well, it's different to when Cannon released. Was it last month or the month before? With the Fire Abyss Battle, she wasn't used quite so much in the Abyss Battle, so you didn't have to rush to summon. For this one, you're probably going to want to rush to summon for Anemone so you can run some of these teams. There is physical options here as well, and this is the team, like I said, that I was going to mention down here, 343 million with the New Year's Yui in it. The only difference between that team and the top team here is the New Year's Yui has been swapped for this brand new Summer Anemone, and the damage is huge. The difference, about 800,000 damage difference between the two teams, just swapping in the Summer Anemone over the New Year's Yui. So a quick look then at the Warrior Chef teams. I think they're all about the same then. There isn't anything really different that jumps out there. So let's jump in then to Sea Drake. We're going to take it on with the, well, it's not the top team. We can't borrow Dream Pack Maho and the New Year's Siren at the same time. So we will be back when we're going to jump in and reset. We'll be back in a second. Right, we're back. We get to reset a few times. We have now got our Dream Pack Maho back here. This was a full set, I believe. Just check. Just check. Yep, all sets, all ready to go. So let's send in the team. This should be pretty easy one panel here on this very hard mode. Using the new Summer Anemone again. And what is also a little bit strange is Dream Pack Maho and Karuru, multiple targets, characters, still very good here on this single target boss, being the top options again. So could be a little bit difficult if you don't have Dream Pack Maho and the Summer Anemone like me. You need to borrow one of the others, one or the other. But hopefully you can build a team like this. And as we saw, the huge extra damage that we get running Summer Anemone over the New Year's Yui, who was, I suppose, the oldest of the 200% speed buffers. So it was like magic was about due a new one, but there we go, completely obliterated. 21 seconds to go. We got 21 seconds to go. Yay, we're back with the So Solid crew. Yeah, that's what's throwing me off now. We're back with the So Solid crew. We're 21 seconds to go. What were we saying? So it was about due a new speed buffer for the light physical team. The light magical team, sorry, with this Anemone, who has done pretty good there. Damage isn't the biggest, but everything else she does is huge. So there we go. That is the 3 bosses this month for the Light Abyss Battle. Hopefully you can build teams for all 3 of them and get all of the rewards from this mode. Still very good indeed. So there we go. I'm Tokkuri Yashi. Let me know how you did, and I will see you all again for another video. Bye 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 bye. Hey.